Hey, I'm so glad that you're here again with me. I've been away for quite some time. It's been 2 years. I know, I'm sorry. Actually, not. Because I needed that time to take care of myself because I was going through a very tremendous transformation. For those who are new on my channel, my name is Hannah and I am an adoptee that shares about her adoption journey in order to help other adoptees, to help them make sense of this journey. So welcome again, or welcome to the new you that is watching my video. In one of my videos, I talked about behaviors within adoption. I talked about my behavior of how my fear of being abandoned again, which comes from being abandoned as an infant, and how that played out in the relationships that I had back then. So if you would like to have a refresher on that, then please go check out that video because it is quite helpful when listening to this one. So after my last video, I was already noticing signs of my abandonment wounds arising, and I was noticing that that wound within my heart needed space, needed care, love, attention, and nourishment. One of the situations in the relationship I was in back then that really shed light on how I had to take care of myself, take care of that wound, was the moment when my partner back then left to a different village, and the words that came out of my mouth were, "Please don't leave me." And as I was saying it within that moment, I was so shocked as I could feel myself being embodied in my infant self. I felt that my infant self was saying the words, "Please don't leave me." And I was like, oh man, damn, this is a wound that has to be taken care of because this is no bueno. And of course, like, if I experienced abandonment when I was a child, and if that wound has not been taken care of, it is very normal to feel that whenever close people are leaving you, that there is the fear that arises within you from your younger self of being abandoned again. But as I had talked in my other videos on adoption, is that that fear that comes up is the fear from your younger self. And that fear, as long as that's not being addressed, that fear continues to play out in relationships, and it's going to continue make you suffer. So in order to move through life and not have it affect you anymore, it needs that nourishment. And the way that I've been dealing with that feeling, which is extremely overwhelming, first of all, it also very much puts me into a survival state, because as an infant, when you're being abandoned, it's literally life or death. But as an infant, you're not able to fully process that. So later on in life, you're going to continue having that emotion until it is being taken care of. So I sat with myself and I allowed myself to feel those emotions, and I was breathing into it. And that is one of the incredible tools that I've gained throughout my journey, is the breath. It allowed me to tune into that emotion and breathe it out. And the more that I started breathing, tears would come up and I would be emotionally purging that emotion out. And it was not just one purge and it was fixed. It was a purge that led into a very long grieving process. Grieving the fact that I had lost my biological mother at such a young age, at an age where I needed her the most, and that she was not there. But the more that I practiced to feel my abandonment wound, to let it breathe, to let it purge, to let it leave my body. Learning how to take care of myself within that moment taught me that now that I am an adult, I can take care of myself. And that was kind of like the cycle of like feeling my inner child's emotions, of feeling abandoned, feeling lost, feeling left behind, purging it out, and then taking care of myself, soothing myself through one thing that helped me a lot was, you know, those Philip lights that you can change the color of? That for me was something very soothing. So I would create a room with colorful lights. I would put on ambient music, I would burn incense, and I would just hold myself. I would put the palms on my chest and just hold myself. The more that I would sink into my own comfort, the more that I experienced that I am now at a stage in my life where I can take care of myself. Yes, my inner child has been abandoned, and that was terrible. And I would never want my inner child to experience that again. Which is why I am here now today as an adult, taking care of my inner child. And I will give whatever it needs to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel cared for. And that is how I will move through my life from now on. I made that promise to myself within that transformation of my grieving. And of course, I am still, up until now, being challenged with situations of, okay, how can I take best care of myself? What is it that I need in this moment? And sometimes it takes a while, or sometimes I don't even know. But the fact that I don't know and still just sit here with myself, allowing myself to give that space to explore and find out what I need, is also self-care. And throughout that process, I feel that I learned how to take care of myself the best. I learned how to love myself the way that I wish to be loved in the past. And by learning that, I built a stronger connection, a stronger relationship with myself. And that was the process, that was the transformation that I have been on for 2 years. And that I was not ready to talk about it yet because it was so fragile. And for me, when things are very fragile, I am not ready to talk about it yet because it can be easily be influenced because it is not fully anchored yet within my core. Which is why I think it is very important to really take all the time that you need to process your emotions, to allow yourself to be reborn into the new version of yourself that you are becoming when healing from your past traumas, from the wounds that your heart carried. Because when we heal, we learn how to take care of ourselves in a different way. When we heal from things, we learn how to approach things in a different way. Which also means that it will take time to rewrite those behaviors that we were doing for decades. For decades, I was neglecting my own feelings. For decades, I was suppressing my emotions because that's what I learned. Then I came to this moment in my life where it was no longer serving me anymore. Where it was time to heal, where it was time to change those patterns and stop suppressing, stop neglecting my own emotions, because my emotions are valid. I am important. It is important that my hurts, my traumas are being taken care of, because I deserve that. You deserve that. You deserve to allow your emotions to be felt and to be seen and to be honest with yourself about how you truly feel about being adopted. Because I feel that the more that I started to be honest with myself, the more that I started to change behaviors and patterns that were no longer serving me, which created a much more authentic life for me, because I started to move through life in a way that was nourishing to me, in a way that felt right to me, instead of suppressing, neglecting my emotions, going about my day and doing things that I actually deeply did not want to do, but felt an obligation to do it. And I just went with it because I didn't see my emotions, my voice, to be important and valuable. So, with that being said, I want to encourage you to give space to your emotions, to give space to every process that you're going through on your adoption journey, whether it is the process of finally being honest with how you feel, whether it is the process of finally allowing your emotions to be felt and to allow yourself to cry, to scream, to whatever that feels good, whatever feels right to release those emotions, that you're allowing that. I want to encourage you to allow yourself to free yourself from suppressing. Because when we fully want to experience life in its fullest and in its most precious and beautiful way, we experience that through feeling. And if we suppress our emotions, we can't fully embrace life because we are not able to feel life. And we experience through feeling. That's how we feel most alive. But anyway, that's how I want to finish this video, by encouraging you to feel your emotions, to feel and to be honest with yourself, because that is what ultimately would lead you to a life where you feel alive, and that will be a life that feels aligned with your heart, with your soul, with your true desires. Before I end this video, I want to let you know that I have grown into becoming a teacher on mindfulness and holistic health. Don't worry, I will still make videos for you to talk about all this stuff because it's good stuff. But I also want you to know that if you need more guidance, if you need more guidance on how to approach your emotions in a mindful way, on how to allow yourself to feel those emotions and to let them come out in a safe and in a health space, then I'm here. You can contact me. I will put the link in the description. You can contact me. We can hop on a call and we can see how I can help you when walking this profound journey. And I'm also here to guide you through guided meditations, guided mindful practices, all the good stuff to help you on your journey. So thank you again for being here with me. Thank you again for showing up to listen, to learn, to share with each other. If you like this content and if you want more of it, then please subscribe. If you like this video, do a thumbs up so that I know that this content is helpful. If you want to continue this discussion with me, please don't be shy to leave a comment down below so we can continue interacting with each other and we can continue building this community. And then I look forward to see you in my next video.